A winning team back in 2019, as well as several of these Virginia Cavaliers, so they bring that experience. Meanwhile, for Bryant, they've got an attackman in Mark O'Rourke. He's the type of physical player, and a lot of coaches say he could play in any league in this country.
Lacrosse world, let me introduce you to Mark O'Rourke. The left-handed Massachusetts native is a goal-scoring machine. He was a fantastic high school hockey player with wrists that allow him to get a shot off on anyone. 20 goals in 4 games this season. He's taken 24 shots in a game.
Yeah, ACDC's getting us fired up. A quadruple header on the U today. Virginia and Bryant, and Petey LaSalla and Jacob Alexander for Bryant, who's having a very good season in relief, if you will, from the guy who started the year as their main faceoff man. And we'll talk about that throughout the game. But first faceoff goes to the Bulldogs. Bryant out of the NEC with the first possession of the day. Logan McGovern, number 1, is somebody to keep an eye on in black as well. 15th in the country in assists per game. He's the quarterback. Doesn't reset. Virginia still has 33 seconds to shoot. Here comes Jeff Connor. He got free, but didn't have a great angle. Schellenberger. He scores for Virginia, and the Cavs go on top early.
Goal for the Cavaliers!
You see the point total, but he also does it in a variety of ways. They've played him at midfield. They played him at his natural spot at attack. But the beauty of this Cavalier offense is they have 2 quarterbacks. Matt Moore and Connor Schellenberger, who can beat you off the dribble with great footwork and goal line.
Cade Sawstead, the top close defender for Virginia, will be on McGovern all game long. Now inside, and a goal for Bryant. Found Golds camped out on the doorstep, and we're knotted at 1.
Finding the inside seams of the Cavalier defense. Their one weakness, it's not man-to-man, it's off-ball. See the backdoor cut, and just a sliver of an opening for Golds. Golds catches this between 2 defensive sticks for the Cavs, but Alexander has stepped up. He was 17 for 30 against Zach Cole from St. Joe's in that conference championship game in the NEC. Cole's one of the best face-off men in the country, so he's battle-tested.
Great chance for Virginia here. They're not going to miss that one. Odd man rush for the Cavs, and they retake the lead.
By the significance of the Virginia transition game. I think Bryant can hang in the 6-on-6 settled spots. In transition, you let the horses run. Xander Dixon with a GB. Ian Laviano spot feeds Matt Moore. This is where Virginia has to strike. Unsettled, let your...
54 points, and it's a Virginia team that averages almost 14.8 a game. That's good for 6th in the country. Now LaSalla, he'll shoot, not afraid to do it. He does get a shot off and scores in heavy traffic.
This field, and Jacob Fopp from Syracuse dominated that matchup. This is a juice goal. Grind it out, Petey. Pop it out, and the Virginia bench is probably saying, Petey, pass it. No, no, no. Yes.
Fox quickly. Connors back to Fox. Well, you thought Connors was going to rip that pole. What a move, and what a goal! That's Sam Goforth. Buries it for the Bulldog.
You want to play fast? We'll play fast. End-to-end action. Head up, Goforth cashes in with a great catch, a spin, and a stick. Bryant is going nowhere. The Bulldogs hanging around.
Brody Rule picking it up. Bryant losing it, though, and that's the one thing you cannot do, because you give this Virginia team another second to be able to get their bearings. But luckily for the Bulldogs, they get it back, and now they may have an unsettled situation here. They do. McGovern shoots and scores.
Teams scraps. They fight after every loose ball. Transition, we're seeing it now. Bryant is not scared to push, and McGovern, Darien, Connecticut, he has a sweet stroke. An outstanding young man in the offseason.
We've seen some battles in the middle of this field already. Laviano. Aiken falling down. Macchiolo makes the stop. Unfortunately, throws it right back to Virginia, though. And Virginia makes him pay, and it's Laviano from distance.
Caraccioli gets a Ken, so Virginia doesn't set up in the ride. What happens, though, is sometimes you go for a little bit too much, right? You want to get the ball out if you're Caraccioli. But what happens is you throw the errant pass, Virginia gets that opportunity, and although it wasn't a direct reflection of the ride, it was Bryant panicking to get the ball out of that defensive zone.
Two-time D2 Player of the Year. Won a national championship a couple of years with Merrimack. Transferred into this Virginia program. You see his size. And Schellenberg will get open and he'll bury that shot. Forget about it.
About number one in white is his ability to stretch a defense with step-down shots, equally effective with the left, and his strong hand is his right, but you would never know it, and he sticks it. Overhand righty, bouncer on this wet, slick. Seen some blown opportunities as well, but they've made the decision that they want to push.
First flag of the day. Aiken comes out of there with it more. Thought he might have a chance. Pass just a little bit too high for him to settle into a shot. Now Xander Dixon. He and Schellenberg are going to work a little two-man game behind the cage. Dixon, one of the better passers on this team. Moore going to fire and score.
This is who scored the last goal from the outside. Connor Schellenberger. He does it with his outside shooting ability and his pinpoint passing to the other quarterback who's known as a dealer as well. But on this play, he's the finisher. Matt Moore from Connor Schellenberger. You look at the numbers and quarterbacks that you could put up top and behind that are so good with the ball, away from the ball, passing. What a luxury.
Now McGovern, Rhodes coming out after him. This could be problematic, and it was. Rhodes came out after McGovern, and McGovern's quickness just got him topside, and he was able to make him pay.
Logan McGovern is a fighter. The Bryant Bulldogs has brought it this season, but the other conferences aren't backing down, and the NEC is no different. McGovern plays a little cat and mouse with Rhodes. He wins that battle. We're down in Charlottesville. Bryant is only down 2.
Jake Alexander to start this game, and Lars Tiffany is going to try and mix it up a little bit with the freshman Gable Braun, but either way, it's now a man up for Bryant.
Yeah, and every violation after is a man up. It's a team penalty, so it's not specific to Petey LaSalla or Gable Braun.
Weingarten buries it.
Big dude with textbook mechanics. Look at Weingarten right here. Ball spins. McGovern kicks it back. And you see the defense extending out. He actually shoots right over
without a vent. O'Rourke Fox. Wide open, and a shot and a goal by Greninger. Another freshman contributing for Bryant.
This isn't a man-up goal, Chris, but Virginia's out of sorts because the time Rourke has a short stick on him, so it's panic mode for the rest of the Virginia defense. We have to slide, they're saying, right? Look how quickly they support this matchup. O'Rourke knows that, right? You got three shirts looking right at him. And Grenier is all alone on the backside. And Rode has been tough to solve. But the placement of that shot off.
Bertrand, skip pass, over to Schellenberger. That's a goal by Peter Garneau. So several Cavaliers getting involved.
Also has incredible lacrosse IQ. So Garneau scores this goal, but the most valuable player, bar none, for the Cavaliers this afternoon offensively has been Connor Schellenberger. I mean, look at the awareness. You start the dodge, the defense collapse, and you find your guy up top, 33 in white, who has so much. Your hands free. Virginia would have had to go into a box. Bryant could have played the perimeter and had an awesome opportunity to spray one.
And now Matt Moore and company will look to extend their lead here early in the second half. You can see the turf is slick because Dox Aiken just lost his footing. Good pass, great look, and a goal. Beautiful pass from Matt Moore to Peyton Cormier right on the doorstep.
7-6 on 4 to start the third quarter. Instead, Virginia starts with the ball, burns the penalty, and then Matt Moore doing a little bit what Connor Schellenberger does. Play him behind, play him up top, spot feed the automatic Peyton Cormier from that spot. When he catches the ball.
In white is taking draws. Or 23, I should say, excuse me. Goltz thought about firing with the left. Governed quickly. Chance for Bryant. Whoa, on the rebound. That's a beautiful job by Ben Abladian.
So do the players on the field. Ben Abladian, just a freshman. He grew up faster than he needed to because when Mark O'Rourke missed all the preseason and so much of the regular season, Abladian got thrown into action. He responds as the conference rookie of the year. And right there, well, he's Johnny on the spot with the rebound.
It was Moore. Got his cross deflected. Shot goes out of bounds, but Laviano is there. Virginia will look to strike quickly. Dox Aiken. Racciolo goes down to stop it. Now here come the Bulldogs. End-to-end action. McGovern. Pole goal, and that'll get the crowd going. Zach Coffey buries his 6th of the year.
Faith in that pole. 6'3" with range is Coffey. You see him on the far left side of the screen. McGovern knows he has numbers. Head up, quick feed, 6'3", some range. You got the leverage. Set your feet, bam!
La Liberté was one of the top freshman face-off guys in the country early in the season. He tore an ACL and a goal. Now they lead, and Mark O'Rourke finally solves Rode.
Played for David Evans in Massachusetts, who's a big right-handed bull-dodging attackman. And that looked like his coach right there. Little step, plant your foot, soak the dodge.
Well, now he feels it, right? Finally
Yes.
scored. McGovern. Shoots and scores! Just got a step on Sawstead, and it was all he needed.
Tough guys can come in all shapes. That is what Bryant's coach, Mike Pressler, is all about. Give me everything you got, one in black. He answers the bell. Nobody thought Bryant would come down battle with the big boys of the ACC, Logan McGovern had planned. His
games, those 14 games plus the one scrimmage, they couldn't schedule another game, so it's been 3 weeks for Lars Tiffany to keep his team focused coming into this NCAA tournament.
It's the longest layoff I can ever remember between regular season and tournament, ever.
This will be a shot and a goal. That's Garno from distance. That's 2 for him on the day.
When you Hall, the Virginia football coach, how do you handle bowl prep where it's a similar time off in terms of days? Well, make sure your boys are shooting, keeping their skills nice and fresh. You don't want to wear them out in week 1 or week 2. And Garno is known as to support the initial dodge and just collapse and the ground ball.
And a beautiful goal. What an individual effort by Grayson Soliday.
Stretch in 2019, 11 and White was asked to guard the opposition's top player. And he did that. He answered the bell in the national championship against Jackson Morrill from Yale. This time he supports his fellow Cavaliers with a timely slide.
Defender falls down. Advantage for Virginia. Laviano with a great goal.
Did it against Duke in the semis in 2019 on way to a national championship. Morrill with a monster ground ball in the defensive possession. When you ask Lars Tiffany about Xander Dixon and why he's getting more playing time, the one word, vision. His ability to spot feed.
Possession continues for Virginia. Moore, no stranger to huge goals. Wide open though is Cormier. He won't miss that shot.
Zone in this fourth quarter because they were playing some solid man in this game.
Got to get a stop here. Garno has had a big day, a couple of goals for Virginia. Connor inverted. Finds a cutter in front. Off the pipe, but on the rebound. Johnny on the spot is Charlie Bertrand, and that's a huge goal for the Cavs.
Caragioli knows it. Coming back from 3. It's a tough ask. Bertrand, the grad student transfer.
Biggest offensive possession of the year for the Bryant Bulldogs. As you see the drought, it's been 18 long minutes. Weingarten gets inside, and he scores! That is a tough goal.
Treats a slide like it's nothing, using the body. Big time righty dodger. He's got Morrill backpedaling, and Murrell's wearing actually 2 different colored cleats, which tells me something might be wrong with one of those feet. And Weingartner just bull dodges his way right through the heart.
The Weingarten. Road is there to stuff him.
Wow, that was the matchup, Chris. Weingarten on Morrill. He beat him the last time, beat him again. But Road in May.
18 saves for Alex Road. Now all that's left for Virginia and Ian Laviano is to run out this clock. Caragiolo was out there trying to get the ball from him. Anything they can do. It's desperation time for Bryant. That shot is meaningless as Laviano's just trying to kill clock, and there's just not enough time for the Bulldogs. Horn sounds to end this one as Virginia on their home field took everything that Bryant had to offer. Trailed by a couple of goals in the second half. We'll before they were able to put together a run of their own, and the Cavaliers win a hard-fought first-round game and advance to the quarterfinals. Next week, they'll play the Georgetown Hoyas in the first game of a doubleheader on Saturday in Hempstead. Tip of the cap to Mike Pressler and the Bryant Bulldogs. A hell of an effort here on the road in pushing Virginia to the very limit.
Indeed.